Welcome to the show, ladies and gents. We're here. We talk about wrestling.
Charlotte beat me. I put you in a neck brace before. I have no problem doing it again.
You haven't seen it, honey? I was...
Oh, bitch! No, the fuck y'all didn't! So much balls. What happened? There's too much balls on that rash. Too many red balls. Look at all these balls. Look at this. Damn! Oh, Jesus! We are witnessing child abuse on TV, Lord. Oh, have mercy. Now, watch your mouth when you talking to me, ho. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. You ain't getting nothing. You don't get nothing. You either earn it or you don't. You pasty bitch. That ain't how this works. Uh-oh. Hit it with the zigzag. Let's go, baby. Let's go, dog. Let's go. I'm fucks with it. We sick of your shit.
Hey, girl, hey. Life, relationships, pop culture.
Well, go ahead. I'm listening. And he'll be looking at me. He will be looking at me and he will go to sleep. He will go to sleep. Look at me in my face. I'm talking to you.
We talk about it all, baby. So, y'all ready? I know y'all ready. Because it's showtime. And that's on the ancestors, baby. Well. Monday Night Raw has come and gone, and so much has taken place. But we are going to keep it short and simple and to the point. But let's talk about Roman Reigns, okay? Now, Roman decided that he was going to hijack Monday Night Raw today, and he had the Usos, Solo, and Sammy destroying anybody on the Raw roster. Everybody was getting it. Everybody. From Elias to, even Seth ended up getting it later on down the line. Now, for the most part, that was the main vein of the show. Was the tribal chief sending out the orders, and his main reasoning for doing it is that he was tired of Kevin coming on his show, upstaging him, disrespecting the bloodline, and he was going to show him and the Raw roster who runs the show. His reasoning for going after Kevin was a little flawed, in my opinion, because every time that Kevin has gone after the bloodline, they've been on SmackDown. Well, they've been on Raw, not SmackDown. So my issue with it is, you're not mad that he's coming after you. You're mad that he's a thorn in your side, that he poses a threat to your championship. So you're starting this, but all you've done is activated the entire roster to come after you, which is an ingenious ploy by the WWE with the structuring of the story. Because now everybody has a reason to want to go after Roman and to take him out. Everybody visibly can hate the bloodline and visibly hate Roman and take him out, which would make everybody viable for his WWE Universal Championship. If we're being clear. Now, we saw everybody getting beat down, and there was a couple matches in between that. We had a match that was scheduled to go. It was originally supposed to be versus the Street Profits, and Akira Tozawa came out with the Street Profits to kind of even the score, seeing as how Akira had some past issues with the blood with Judgment Day, as well as the Street Profits now having an issue with Judgment Day. They all came out together. They wrestled. And for the most part, it was a pretty even keel match until Blind Melly Jelly Dominic decided to get involved. He was trying to cause a distraction, but ultimately, Dominic got whatever Montez carries in that cup, which I'm assuming is water, thrown in his face by Akira. And of course, his resident bitch did not like that. Okay. Ripples was not having it. She went up to Akira, slapped the dog shit out of him, and challenged him to a match. It was Akira Tozawa versus Rhea Ripley shortly after that, and she knew that he would not hit her. She knew that he wouldn't put his hands on her. So it ended up being a match that was okay. Like, it wasn't the kind of match that I would have wanted or expected, but it was decent. It wasn't bad. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't something that I would never watch again. It was okay between the two of them. Ultimately, Rhea won the match due to the interference from Dominic and several others. The Montez and Dawkins tried to run interference with Judgment Day on the outside. I cannot get them right for nothing. With Judgment Day, but ultimately Rhea was able to get the distraction on Akira enough to hit the Riptide and win the match. I would have loved it if Akira would have been able to pin Rhea Ripley. I feel like that is something that needs to happen. Like, there's been no flat out comeuppance for her. She hasn't really failed at anything except for capturing her opportunity at the title or helping Bayley beat Bianca and them in War Games. She didn't do any of that. But to me, that doesn't count. I really want to see her laid the fuck out. Like, it's time at this point. It's just time. So the middle of the show gave us Miz versus Dexter Lumis. And this is where Bronson Reed comes into play. Miz versus Dexter seemed to be an okay match between the two of them. And of course, Johnny was trying to help Dexter when Miz started doing what he always did, which is trying to slither and steal a win. And ultimately, he stole that win by getting Bronson Reed to help him up the ladder after Bronson Reed took out Dexter and got his money back. In my opinion, this was a waste of time. I'm sorry. I like the storyline. It should have ended with him having his money. If you were going to do this, then the ladder match should have been the match where you had Bronson Reed come in, and then you could have took the money back from him by having Bronson Reed attack Dexter or whatever. But I just don't like it. And it was drawn out too long. And one of the things that I don't like about about Triple H, is that everything with him is drawn out. It's always at least a 2 to 3 month affair with certain people. And in my opinion, some feuds don't need to be that long. A lot of feuds can be ended with a 1-2 punch, and we're okay with that. And I believe this kind of feud with this kind of story didn't have to last as long like this. To me, it was just drawn out. It was just too much. So let me get some of the comments in here. Hello to everybody. Darren said I'd lay her big ass out. In my humble opinion, I'm just at the point now where it just needs to happen. I wouldn't have minded Akira getting that win over Rhea Ripley. I thought that would have been poetic justice. In my opinion, she is always slapping some man, walking up to a man and beating him down or low blowing him. And the one thing she can't do is beat Akira. Like, I would have had him roll her big ass up and pin her, similar to the way Lana pinned Nia a few years ago, is the way that he would have won. And that would have been it. Because I feel like that would have been more satisfying than what we got. And I'm just like, that was just a waste of a match. It seemed like it was very it was a very, a filler type of match or whatever, but it was just unnecessary. AJ Styles and the OC came out shortly after everybody was getting their ass whooped. Okay. And my thing was, why the fuck was y'all not coming out here when Rhea Ripley was out here slapping niggas? Where the fuck was you at, Me Chin? Okay, what was you doing? What? You weren't doing shit. Your ass ran when the bloodline came out there, which, bitch, I don't blame you. But you could have helped Akira win that match. You could have helped. Because you wasn't doing shit. You don't have no rival at the moment. You can help, bitch. Shit, your ass ain't doing nothing. Anyways. So, I was upset about that. But it was the OC versus Alpha Academy. That walking potato came out there. They said, oh, you mean the way Lana rolled Nia's whole body up to win? That was an event. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, that's how he should have won. Cause she rolled Akira up like he was a goddamn fruit roll up. And I'm just like, at some point, somebody got to do something. Y'all keep going with this narrative, and you know she's taunting him in the ring. And since she wanted to taunt somebody, I'd have open palm slapped the dog shit out of Rhea Ripley. I would have bitch slapped her. I would have took her ass out. There's no way. There's just no way. There's no way I would have legitimately been like, child boom. I want to know how he fell in slow motion. Who fell in slow motion? Otis? Because I missed part of their match too for some reason. I skipped part of it. I think I was talking to my brother then. But like I missed part of that match until the end. Cause Akira. Oh, okay. How did he fall in slow motion? What part of that match did I miss that he fell in slow motion? I must have missed a big hunk of it. Hold on, y'all. All right, let me go to the comments. Donnie said when he was going down for his senton, it looked like he was coming down slow. I didn't see it that way. Are you high again? Because I feel like that's something you would say when you high. Because when I saw him do his senton, it seemed like he came down at normal speed to me. I didn't see him go in slow motion. I didn't see him go in slow motion. Now, we didn't have a lot of women teams on the show, but we pretty much got a lot going on. Okay, there was a lot going on the show when it came to the women. All right, Bliss and Bianca had a sit down moment. Man, I wish that Oscar was still around because it would have been satisfying to see all 4 members of Judgment Day getting misted because I'm tired of them. Well, she didn't go anywhere. As far as I know, she just wasn't scheduled to be on this show. So Bianca and Bliss sit down and have a conversation with Byron about Bliss's actions last week. Quite frankly, I don't see no reason to have this conversation or why they had to sit down and talk about it in the first place. Let's be clear. While, yes, you can be friends with someone, but when the belt is involved, when livelihoods are involved, this is strictly kayfabe, right? Livelihoods and belts are involved. All that shit go out the window. So in my opinion, I don't see how Bianca felt like she could trust her either way. I would have always had it in the back of my mind that these hoes is out to get what I got. I'm a team with y'all for now. We cool. But for right now, I'ma do me and y'all gonna do you. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would have perceived it. That's how I would have ran with it, and that's where I would have left it. I most definitely would not have trusted Bliss as far as I could throw her. And regardless of how strong Bianca is, because we know Bianca is very strong, and she probably could throw that child many, many lengths. My thing is, you know better. You know better because you've seen what she has done prior to this to people that she claims to be friends with. So whether you thought you could trust her or not is irrelevant to me. You should have prepared yourself for this moment. Now, Bianca says she don't have to get ready because she stay ready. Well, you should have stayed ready. Your head should have been on the swivel dealing with this type of bitch. Because one minute she gonna be nice and sweet and giving you a hug, and the next minute your ass gonna be in the Sister Abigail, which is exactly what happened last week. Now this week, Byron sat down with both of them and talked to them and asked Bliss like, "Hey, what was that?" Bianca was just like, "Look, I don't know if I can trust you, because what you pulled last week was some bullshit, and we supposed to be cool, and you could have just told me straight up, look, our friendship is cool, but I want that belt more, and I'd have respected that better. So Bliss just gave it all up and told this sob story about how Bray left and she felt all alone and all this other bullshit and rah rah rah. And I was like, girl, we don't care. And shortly after, Bianca was like, okay, I understand all of that, but like this whole thing with Bray and all this other shit, like, girl, and Bliss was like, wait a minute, you made it all about him, and you should be concerned about me. You should be afraid of me. She said, I was collecting championships before you even got here. And I was like, okay, girl. And then you left and got married. And then we didn't need to see you no more. The time frame that you was collecting championships, we didn't need to see that. We were forced to watch you collect championships, bitch. You were shoved down our throats, even when you didn't have a fucking title. Okay? Okay? I remember. So let's just keep it real. Other than that, she said basically, I'm coming for the championship. I am a threat to your title, as I should be. Bianca said, okay, that's cool. I got you. All right, bet. She was like, cool. She was like, yeah, you was collecting titles. That's all well and good. But Byron was just like, well, okay. Thanks for coming. She was like, I still don't trust you. And that's just that. So Bliss sitting there, the flashing of the Bray Wyatt symbol happened behind her. And then the bitch grabbed the vase with the flowers in it and knocked Bianca's ass out. And all you saw was Lily's little stupid ass behind the couch. And Bianca laid out prostrate before the Lord, child. So I'm sitting here like, now I appreciate the spin. I appreciate y'all making this a rivalry and not two friends fighting it out. Yes, Lily is still present. You forgot my food. I asked for it. It's not like I didn't ask you. Always get mad at me, but he be the one forgetting everything. Hold on, y'all. Jesus said Bianca's outfit was cute. I liked it. I thought it was cute. Child, yeah. She was there, honey. Bliss owned the moment, to be honest, but if I was Bianca, I'll be like, what have you done lately? I done tore Bliss ass up. I done been like, you was collecting championships before I got here. Okay. But you ain't do it like I've been doing it. WrestleMania, dominated. Main evented twice. Gave them all the goods. What the fuck was you doing? Sitting at home with your husband, twiddling your thumbs, waiting on Avril Lavigne's phone call? Girl, I done tore Bliss ass up. I'm like trying to figure out which side of the totem pole you want to be on. If you want to be Bray Wyatt's pet project or if you want to be Twisted Bliss. Is that what you was doing? Because while you claim you was out here collecting championships, all it took was a man to come along and deter your ass from your goal. But that's neither here nor there, I guess. Mm-hmm. You might want to embrace that darkness, bitch, because if you think for a minute that I'm finna just let you bowl over me, you got another motherfucking thing coming. I'd have been like, I don't fear nobody, and I damn sure don't fear no 5'2" white woman. No, I don't. But I tell you what you should fear. My KOD and me whooping your ass. I'll be on some Phaedra shit. Now check that. Okay? Hold on, let me stir up my water, y'all. We done tore her ass up. WWE gotta let them loosen the reins a little bit. Okay? Not much except get a new cup and get thrown around. That's it. Oh, Lily ass still present? Unfortunately, yes. You were supposed to. They started phasing her out for a couple months. Well, I'm here now, so what's up? Her next gear need to have crosses instead of lips. They should get funny with this shit. I rebuke thee. Okay? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Now, what we are seeing is we got a little bit of tea about Bobby Lashley. See, the all night, Adam clearly does not have any control of this show. And it seemed like he was trying to call Triple H to see if Triple H can come and get this shit together. Because it seemed like Roman runs the roost. No matter what he does, Adam is not able to gain any respect from any superstar at any given point. 90% of the time, they are either cussing him out, slapping him, or pushing him out the way. Now, he done fired Bobby, but he did nothing to Roman for his latest antics, sending his goons to Raw and disrupting the flow of the entire show. He didn't do nothing. He didn't fire him. He didn't even reprimand him or the Usos. He gave them matches. They were rewarded for their behavior, in my opinion. So now, you see Adam being pulled in 70 different directions, trying to keep this fire out, put that fire out, put this fire out, and stop this and that and that. It's so much going on at one time. Raw was pure chaos. Okay? As the show progressed, we got some extra matches in between the matches that were already scheduled. We had The Miz and Dexter Lumis's match. Bronson Reed returned. Good for Bronson Reed. Moving on, we had an impromptu match with AJ Styles and Sami Zayn. That was prompted from the Usos and them attacking the OC during their match with Alpha Academy. They took them out, and Solo was a part of that. In the match with AJ Styles and Sami Zayn, Solo came in, caused a distraction, and interfered in that match, and therefore gave Sami a W over AJ Styles. This also led to a discord between they were in Iowa, they were in Des Moines, Iowa, which is Seth Rollins' hometown. And Seth Rollins came out in a really, really cute outfit. I had to tell Troy, I said, this outfit is cute. It reminded me of one that I seen on Fashion and Figure for the girls. but it wasn't wide leg, but it had that robe style coat to it, but it also had a tuxedo lapel. It was very, very nice. It was very, very nice. He said, I know he'll Bianca gonna be a key. Oh, she gonna be a mess. Bring back GMs, okay? Because there's no in the WWE official thing, it's a GM without being called a GM. I don't like it. Just give us a damn GM, okay? Just make Adam a GM. I got the last of the noodles. Anyways, so we had that match done with. Now, what I really liked was the conversation between the Miz. Well, it wasn't Miz. It was Seth and Austin Theory. Austin Theory basically told Seth Rollins he was washed up, he's done, and there's nothing he could do about it. Now that he's there, there's no need for Seth Rollins because he's already got the keys to the kingdom. Seth Rollins is knocking on the door and he's already in. Seth Rollins like, you don't understand. I am the mountain, baby. You ain't gonna never be me. You will never be on my level. I guess that stung Austin Theory a little bit. He ain't like that. Now the whole time Austin Theory was trying to get at Seth Rollins, but Seth Rollins had him quip for quip, bar for bar, and I was with it. That's when the Usos came down because early in his promo, he said that the bloodline came in and was taking everybody out, but they didn't go after him because they know better. Well, of course, they came down later after the promo was cut. Seth is like, hey, listen, they coming in on our territory. They probably coming after both of us. We could take them out. You and I can settle our differences later. Of course, Austin Theory made it look like he was going to do something, but the coward that he is, his ass just left. He just rolled out the fucking ring. Now, this led to an impromptu match. Seth Rollins was getting beat down, and that's when Kevin showed up. This led to a match to close out the show. It was Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens versus the Bloodline. Specifically, the tag team champions, the Usos. Now, this was set up. Instead of Becky and Bayley being the closer, hello Sandy, it ended up being Seth and Kevin. Now, after they had that set up, there was an announcement that next week they're basically just going to run down the best moments of 2022, which I kind of like. We get a break from wrestling. Everybody gets to chill out. Nobody's tripping, especially since next Monday is the day, ain't it the day after Christmas? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's the day after Christmas. Everybody going to be chilling, eating holiday food, having a good old time. It's okay for the wrestlers to get a break. Anyways, Bayley and Becky had their match. I didn't get to watch their match because before it went on commercial break, before they started their match, and I went to go to the bathroom. When I came out, match was over. But I do know that Damage Control, 2/3 of Damage Control got tossed out. Obviously, it was Io and Dakota. But because they wouldn't leave, and they caused a distraction, Bayley was able to hit Becky with a monitor in her back. And she was able to pick up the win over Becky because of that. Then the match between the Usos, Seth, and Kevin came about, which honestly, it was a decent match. Theory came in towards the end, hit Seth in the back of his head. Hit Seth in the back of his head with his title during the match. Damn near cost Kevin and Seth the match. But ultimately, Kevin was able to pick up the win after Jay was curb stomped on the outside by Seth. It was just Jimmy and Kevin in the ring. Kevin was able to pop up power bomb Jimmy and pick up the W. Despite the constant interference by the bloodline, Sammy thought he was gonna come in and attack from behind, but Kevin had him scouted, and he ended up weaseling his little punk ass out the way. Now, I don't know how this is gonna play out for Roman this coming Friday, but I know it ain't gonna be good, honey. Because he want pure dominance. Somebody gonna have to pay for that. Anyways, I don't want to do that. And I'm gonna tell you why. I don't remember everything that happened this year. And honestly, I'm not gonna go through all the trouble of going back and finding all the shit that some of the stuff that stuck out to me for the year. I tell you what, y'all bring the stuff and I'll do it next Monday after Monday Night Raw. But if I had to do it myself, I'm not doing it. Y'all send it to me and we'll discuss those moments. But if you don't send me nothing, we're just gonna talk about the moments WWE picked. Because I'm not gonna go through, try to flip through all that shit to remember all that shit and find clips and it's a lot of work. Austin Theory leaving Rollins and attacking him from behind, and Damage Control getting involved in Becky Lynch's match just proves Becky and Seth's point that Bayley and Theory can't win or do anything by themselves face to face. Well, Austin Theory didn't have any help. He just hit him in the back of the head with the belt. Something I'm sure Seth Rollins would have done given the opportunity. As far as Bayley and the girls go, y'all know the vibes. Y'all know what's going on with them. Well, I think you intended it. I mean, fair. That was the show. That was it. Kevin and Seth ended up winning. The show goes off with Sammy being waiting in the wings. Now, what are the little things that happen? Damn, they hurried up and moved Mandy off here. They was like, nope, we gonna switch your ass out. They was like, bye, bitch. That's fucked up. Anyways, but at least when Seth attacked people from behind, he did it with style and finesse. Unlike Theory, he was a dork. They both do it the same, baby. You just like Seth Rollins better than Theory, which is fine. I didn't think Bronson Reed would ever come back to WWE. Well, he's back. No shade, I'm just saying. It's because Seth and Mello like showing off the girls. Okay. Anyways, they have already started selling NXT for us. Already got all of the news for NXT. Carmelo Hayes is upset with Axiom over his actions during their Iron Survivor Challenge match. He was being gaslit heavily by his friend and colleague Trick Williams. And for whatever reason, he listening to him. He's been goaded into a match with Axiom. It's going to be Carmelo Hayes versus Axiom tomorrow, along with Zoe versus Nikita, The New Day versus Briggs and Jensen. And there's a triple threat tag team match for the girls. The Disco Triplets or the Disco Twins versus Toxic Attraction and Tatum and Ivy from Diamond Mine. So these are the matches that have been scheduled and announced for tomorrow for NXT. And I will say that the last few people they put on Miz has been weird. Well, he can't be in U.S. title contingency for right now. And having him switch to go up against Walter would not be smart. So they got to do something with him. Aaliyah said, I can't even remember which one Bronson Reed is right now. Hold tight. I'll find a picture of him so you can see. So Bronson Reed was in NXT. He was nowhere near the main roster. However, he was considered for the main roster. But instead of them bringing him up, they pretty much cut him out. When it came time to do the cuts, they went on ahead and cut them. And Bronson was one of the people in the big NXT cut that got cut. He was like right where Taya Valkyrie was. He was one of them. So this is what Bronson Reed looks like. He was a thick boy. He was one of the ones that got cut, but was talking mad shit. And rightfully so. I mean, I'm not mad at it. It is what it is. Child, I was thirsty. She said, I know it just happened, but how long do you give Bronson Reed turning on Miz? Because we all know that Miz always uses people to his advantage. Um, Bronson probably gonna be with Miz for a minute, unless this was a one and done thing, which I'm not necessarily sure that it was. I think Bronson will be with Miz for a minute, unless they play the angle that he still ain't trying to pay people, and Bronson was just charged. He has to be compensated. Miz don't want to pay him. Sorry, y'all, I had to stir up this water. But I'm glad Bronson Reed is back. This was very much a surprise because I didn't expect to see him back. But good for him. Bronson was a North American champ before Melo, I think. I believe he was. He beat Johnny Gargano. And then he beat Johnny Gargano, got a championship. And then in August of 2021, he was fired. Because if I remember, he got fired, and then shortly after that, who got the title after him? Was it Damian Priest? Because Priest was still at NXT when he was there. I don't remember. I don't feel like trying to figure it out. So that's who I was thinking of, but I forgot his last name. Bronson might get into it with Ciampa. Whenever Ciampa comes back, sure, because right now he's out on injury. So Ciampa coming back might be kind of cool. They really need to start building up Ciampa and Johnny, not the way that they built them up at NXT, but just built up the next set of big time champions like Seth Rollins and Roman and Kevin and Sammy. Like, you're gonna need fresh blood out there very soon. And Ciampa and Johnny are more than capable, so they definitely need to start building them up. That's good. Ooh. He said, now if Miz get off in this, I'm not gonna pay nobody thing. I'ma die. I think that's where what they gonna do. I think they're gonna lean into that. And Miz, he's always been a company guy. He'll do it. Me too, because I like Ciampa with him better, even if he has to buy out the whole just for Men's factory to try and keep up. I bring in everybody he's ever worked with. Well, Miz better give Bronson Reed a cut of his money for tonight. You gonna have to keep on. Bronson Reed was NXT North American champion, but he lost it to Melo. Yes, it was Swerve. It was not Melo, because Melo took the title from Swerve. So it was Swerve that he lost that championship to. Swerve ended up beating him and winning, and then Melo took the title off of Swerve. That's how that went down. Because I believe Bronson got the championship after Johnny and Damian Priest had their spout. Bronson Reed ended up winning an opportunity to get the title, and then Bronson beat Johnny, and that's when they started having Swerve start with Hit Row. He went after Bronson Reed, got the championship off of Reed, and then Swerve ended up dropping it to Carmelo. Swerve lost to Melo after Melo cashed in his NXT breakout tournament after he helped Melo against Santos Escobar. I love it. It's giving Motown Records. I can't with you. I'm pretty sure he promised Bronson Reed a cut, and he probably is not going to pay him, which kudos to you, bitch. I don't care. I just didn't like. I was mad about it, and I feel like if wrestling evokes an emotion, then they did the right thing. So it is what it is. But Triple H sure do know how to make you mad watching his shows. He sure know how to press the right fucking button. But I feel like when he finally give you your satisfaction, that he don't do it right. The satisfaction part don't be given. It don't be good enough. It don't be like, mm, that was good. That was good. It don't be finger licking good. It be like, oh, okay, finally. You just be like, damn, like it's so underwhelming. Like, what the fuck? What is wrong with you? Right? Like it just don't hit. Like you gotta be able to hit on all cylinders. Like I'm all for you, Uncle Trip. I really am. Because I think at the end of the day, you understand and you're trying to give people opportunities and really allow some of the wrestlers to have their input and really make it a cohesive unit so that the conglomerate of the WWE itself can continue to succeed. But where you fail miserably is when it's time for the good guys to finally have their chance to truly and utterly shine. You don't know how to execute that properly, and I don't understand why. I don't get it. Like, you need to have that feel good moment. Like, you are so good at pissing people off and just giving people breadcrumbs and trails. You don't know how to wrap it up and wrap it up good. Like, it's like having a burrito. You know, you get the burrito and the burrito ain't folded good enough. And then that bitch fall apart in your hands. You like, it don't matter how good the contents of that burrito is. It done fell apart. I don't want to eat this shit no more. This is not a fucking bowl. It's supposed to be a burrito, goddammit. Wrap that shit up right. And wrap it up tight. Okay? Damn, if you don't know how to do that, go back to sex ed. Okay? Get your damn banana. Jared. Get your damn banana and put that damn condom on there right. It should fit snug. There should be no gaps. Damn. Like he trying to save it for a mania or something. Exactly. But like, why? Like it's happening right now, bitch. Give us the shit now. Now these matches be draining me. I miss the comic relief. I need a laugh. I liked the storyline with Johnny, Miz, and Dexter. I thought that shit was hilarious. Everybody else was shitting on it. They acting like it's the end of the fucking world because Johnny Gargano is helping Dexter. They said it was the storyline was weird. There was no point to it. And I'm like, tell me how it wasn't weird. Miz felt like he was losing his relevancy. So he paid Dexter to make him the point of the show. It worked because everybody was trying to figure out why Dexter was attacking Miz all the time. Was you not? You watching the show and you like, damn, why he keep attacking him? What is the fucking point? The point was he needed somebody to drum up attention for him. So he used Dexter to do it. I thought that storyline was ingenious. I thought it was ingenious. Everybody else was like, oh, it's corny. It's whack. Everything cannot always be, I don't like you, I want to fight you. Sometimes you got to have more to it than that because I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I don't always want to see it. Like Austin Theory, I will never take away his ability in the ring. Probably one of the best youngest talents WWE has acquired in a very long time. And that is not me even trying to blow smoke up his ass, although it would be very easy because that man's ass is wide open. I am not. I'm just giving you the truth. But when it comes to him on the microphone, he's okay. But Seth Rollins tore his ass up. And he did it very effortlessly. Now, he tried when he said that Seth was the third best member in the Shield. I have to respectfully disagree because Jon Moxley is not better than Seth Rollins, and I'll argue with anybody on that front. I don't care what nobody says. Arguably, Seth Rollins is the most complete superstar of all three members of the Shield. Y'all could be mad. Excuse me. Y'all could be in y'all feelings. Y'all can talk shit about me. I do not care. It goes Seth, Roman, John. That's how it is. Because Seth has the charisma. Seth has the tenacity. He has the character. He has the presence. He has the ability in the ring. He is far beyond Seth, Roman, and John. And that's just the truth. That is not me trying to be mean or disrespectful. That is the God and honest truth. There is no way Seth Rollins is third in the group The Shield. Absolutely the fuck not. And anybody who says that he is lying. You're lying, and you're doing that because either Roman is your favorite or John is your favorite. But irregardless of that, he is better than both of them. Character-wise, he's set. Wrestling-wise, he's set. The way he looks, walks, talks, sits, and stands, breathes WWE superstar. He ain't even got to say nothing. When he walk out there, he exudes it. That is not the case when it comes to Roman and John all the time. Now, given Roman's last set of years in the WWE, he has gotten closer to where Seth is, but he still ain't got the damn bag. He's still climbing for it because he doesn't have the ability to mold and shape himself when it comes time to change. It take a lot for Roman to change. This character that he's presented, the Tribal Chief, this is probably going to be his peak. This is going to be what he's going to be able to provide in terms of his greatest creation. The Tribal Chief is going to be it. Jon Moxley, as much as I love Jon Moxley, aka Dean Ambrose, his biggest issue is himself. He is a one-trick pony. And while, yes, in WWE, he flourished despite the fact that there were things he did not want to do, and the last year of his career in WWE wasn't exactly the greatest, the Dean Moxley, the lunatic fringe that we saw actually could have been an antithesis to what you see with Roman and Seth Rollins. There needed to be an evolved form of that, but he still could have been great. But he wanted to do what he wanted to do, and I don't fucking blame him for that. Okay, I'm not mad at him. The reality is Dean Ambrose is a one-trick pony. He rests and lives in that violent, I gotta, bleed for the world and everybody gotta see me bleed in order for me to put on a great match. That's it. That's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a foul mouth, pissed off white man that constantly wants to bleed and is definitely gonna make you bleed. That's the basics of Dean Ambrose, aka Jon Moxley. Whereas with Seth Rollins, how many reiterations have we gotten of Seth Rollins? You had the Architect, you have the Messiah, you have the Visionary now. You've got Seth freaking Rollins. I mean, he's had at least 3 or 4 character evolutions, if that's what you want to call them. Not to mention, every time you mention some of the best matches in the E, one of his matches is usually a part of it. That's usually the case. So we're not talking about some chump. Like, what he said is the truth. Seth Rollins that's just being real. He is the mountain. And there are a lot of people who still have to climb and clamor to get to where he is. Now, let's keep it all the way 100. Even Becky don't have his character of the ability. She can make her own thing and do her own thing. She's been able to flip from being the last kicker to being the man to being big time Bex, and now she's gone back to being the man, which is fine. But you notice that her character changed by where she was in life. She wasn't doing also all that great as the last kicker. That was a part of what she wanted to do. So she switched up to be the man. That worked for her. It was good. And she was good on the mic, good with the quips. She then had evolved because she had been champion so long. She had been doing all of this shit. She had all of these accolades. Man, I'm too big time for this. Big time Bex went and got herself a stylist, started wearing very expensive clothes, just changes after changes. But even Seth, you done? Even those changes with Becky still don't supersede Seth's story arc and how she's been able to change how she is and how she's presented to the public. Seth Rollins has been able to do that over the whole time that he has been in the E. There are many superstars who have not been able to do that and actually do it with it getting over. So no, Seth Rollins will never be at the bottom of the shield of the three. He will always be at the top. That's just the reality. That's just the truth. So when he said that, that's how I knew he was done. And I was like, oh, bitch. You just doing that to get underneath his skin. But all you did was give him the damn rights to the kingdom. All you did was just make sure that your ass knows that he might be number 3 in the shield, but you will always be behind him. That's the sad part. Is you'll never get to where he is. Your character didn't really change from where you were before. The only difference is you're not taking selfies of people anymore.
Because you're angry.
Which, live your best life, babe. Whatever works for you. Anyways, we also got a little tidbit between Pierce and Mr. MVP, which leads me to believe that they're going to put MVP and Bobby Lashley back together at some point, because MVP made it very clear. He said, hey, Pierce, you and I need to talk about this whole Lashley thing. We need to have a conversation. Tried to go to his office and talk, but there was another attack by the bloodline. Now I wonder what that conversation was really about. I'm very curious if they had the conversation. Ambrose is my favorite from the Shield, even though I love them all. I never would have said that from his authority character to today's character. Four or five Kingslayer. I forgot about the Kingslayer. I was like, I don't even know if that counts. But I forgot about the Kingslayer. I don't think it's that many. The Kingslayer, Beastslayer thing all occurred because of the people he went up against. So I wouldn't necessarily count that as one. I just call him the Slayer. I wouldn't call him Kingslayer and Beastslayer. He was only the Beastslayer because he went up against Brock Lesnar. He was only the Kingslayer because he went up against Triple H. And then he went from Seth Rollins to the Messiah, then went from the Messiah to the visionary Seth freaking Rollins. So I wouldn't categorize it that way with that much detail, because it's not necessary. Any whoosies? In 2 weeks, Seth Rollins is going up against Austin Theory for the United States Championship. Okay. And in 2 weeks, Bianca Belair is going up against Alexa Bliss for her championship. More specifically, Bliss is going after Bianca Belair's championship. Sorry. And if Asuka is taking a break, then that's cool. I like the clips Bianca and her hair. That was cute. But we're supposed to get this. And then on the 30th of December, Friday Night SmackDown, the final SmackDown of the year. This is what, New Year's Eve? John Cena and Kevin Owens will face off against the current WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns and his favorite Uso, Sami Zayn, the honorary Uso. We shall see how this plays out. But in my opinion, these two, Kevin and John, are going to beat Roman and Sami. Sami is the one who's going to eat the pin, and that is not going to sit well with the tribal chief. In fact, more than likely, Sami Zayn is going to be beaten down, blamed, and destroyed because of it. I can just about see it happen right before our very eyes. But if you didn't get to see what Bliss did to Bianca, well, here's a little clip, here's a little picture of what she did, or what it looked like she was gonna do. She definitely hit sis in the back with a vase full of red flowers. Just bust her inner shit, y'all. The girls was not being very friendly this week. They was not having it, okay? They were very, very upset. I'm sure Bianca wants some get back because of it, and if she do, I don't blame her. So good for them. They had a pretty solid show on Monday Night Raw this week. So I'm happy about that. And, life has been pretty good for Raw and SmackDown, because both shows were very, very good, I have to say. Hold on, y'all. Try to plug this up, but didn't put it on the charger, and now I'm losing power. Hold tight, y'all. Just hold on. Let me put y'all on hold for a minute.
Damn right we take turns being wrong. I get real accountable when I'm alone. I get real about it all when I'm alone. It's so crazy missing you when I get on. Julio made me Fulvio, and I might hit your phone up with that ba-ba-ba. Listen, my da-da-da, listen, that all of this love is toxic. All of this love is toxic. All these kisses and hugs and toxic. You a damn drug.
If you don't wanna see me, if you don't wanna see me, care where I ended up. I'm open already, so moved on, it's scary. I'm not where you left me at all. So, if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody.
Anyways, dang, those poinsettias are expensive. Did you see? I said I'm ready for doubling back when you are. I did see that. I will have to get with you and figure out a date and time. Because the files got corrupted for the fucking for the fucking fashion files we did. I lost that one, so I didn't even get to put that one up. Saw it, I just didn't respond to it. So my bad. But I did see it. By the way, yeah, babe. I lost that whole file. I was trying to get it fixed. And I was trying to clean up the audio in it because there was some feedback that had happened while we were on, and I didn't hear it when we were recording. It didn't play until we got ready to till I got ready to edit. So I use my software that I usually use. Sometimes I take the file directly from Zoom and put it into Anchor, and then Anchor can distribute it, or I edit it on Anchor. But Anchor doesn't have any way to clean the audio. So I use my audio file to send the file there. I kept the original, but the audio file was corrupted. And that's why it had this heavy feedback on it, was because it was corrupted while we were recording, and I didn't even notice. So there was nothing I could do to fix the audio file. I tried. I just ended up losing the whole file. I was like, well, you know what? I'll figure out another way to add some content to the show. But y'all, it was a struggle. They were like $300 a pop a few years ago. I'm pretty sure they double that now with the inflation. Let me tell y'all something. We having people over for Christmas. And I'm done talking with wrestling because there's really nothing else to talk about. It was a decent show. It was great. I love the show. They did an excellent, excellent job drumming up drama for this show and leading into the new year. Like, they did a really good job. Anyways, so I went to the store. My husband and my mama went to the store to go pick up a few things because we have to start cooking dinner this week. Christmas is Sunday, so we have to start cooking. Child, well, my husband went in the store and picked up a 36 count of eggs. 36. Okay? It cost $9 and it was $9.99 for 36 eggs. So let's do the math. 36 divided by 9. That means that each egg was $4. Last year, eggs was $4.50 per each 36 count at the store we went to. So it was $4.50 for a 36 count. So 36 divided by 450. So 2 trays of eggs would have equaled out to $8. rather than it'll be like $8 and some change, rather than it being $9.99 for one tray of eggs. I'm in the car and Gerard comes back and said, them nine, them two. I wanted him to get a case so I can have enough eggs to make cake with and store the cakes in my freezer just in case somebody called, wanted a specific type of cake. I can have the cake ready and prepared. Then all I would have to do is decorate it, let it thaw out, decorate, box it, take it on to the client, right? Sufficient. Like I make a whole bunch of vanilla, make a whole bunch of chocolate, make a whole bunch of pineapple, lemon, make a whole bunch of lemon. Just have them stacked in the freezer and ready to roll. That's what I was gonna start doing in January. Put up my new menu. Boom, cakes are ready. All you have to do is call. Nope. Because if I buy a case of eggs, that case of eggs has 6 trays of eggs in it. So 6 times $9.99 is gonna cost me $59.94 times 575 for plus 570 is gonna be times 5.75 for tax. Hold on a second. Let me get my math right. It'll run me at about, I'll be paying anywhere from $60 to $65 for eggs alone, which means I would have to go up on my cake prices, which means I'm not gonna make no money. I don't mind charging it, but people are not gonna want to pay that price. But due to inflation, I mean, I have to do what I have to do. They're going up on everything. They're going up on food. They're going up on clothes. Shit that used to be inexpensive is not. We out here living paycheck to paycheck for real, for real. It's gonna be a lot of credit cards being run up through these streets. Life is getting harder. Okay? But I'm gonna get on ahead and get on out of here. Happy birthday to AT2. Today is his birthday. Well, yesterday was his birthday. The 19th is actually his birthday. And since it's 12 o'clock, it is past AT2's birthday. But he is a Sag like I am. And his birthday is December 19th. And mine is the December the 12th. So he's 7 days behind mine. God said if they really want it, they will. Yeah, I'm aware of that. I tried. Yes, yesterday was his birthday. Um, so I don't have a problem with charging the price, but some people just won't pay it. And because my cakes it has a specific recipe that I use a large amount of eggs in my batter. Sure, people will shy away from it. Like, it's just a bundt cake. I'm like, then you make it yourself. don't worry about me. Just make it yourself then. Yep, today is AT2's birthday to this day. Okay, it's his birthday. So make sure y'all run over there to his YouTube channel. He's on YouTube right now, child. Let me see if I can pull it up. Over there acting a fool. Hold on. So my brother found out today that he can't drink eggnog anymore. And my mother was fucking crying. She was there dying laughing about that shit. I was like, yo, that is so mean. Ooh, that's cute. Anyways, We gonna go crash this party right quick. I'm gonna take y'all with me so y'all can so y'all can see. All right, so let's go in there. I don't know. He was trying to drink it, and he said that he felt like he was gonna puke when he was drinking it. I asked him. I said, "Is it bad? Because it could have, soured." And he said, "No, it wasn't that, but he just cannot drink it anymore." And my dad told me that sometimes it could be that the type of medicine you take can make you not be able to tolerate dairy products anymore, and anything rich and heavy like eggnog can upset the stomach because of your medicine. So yeah, child, him can't have it no more. Let me go to the subscriptions. Let me see. Oh, there you go. Is he still alive? Let me see.
The views and opinions on this show are for entertainment purposes only. The only factual information is any story that has happened to AT2 or the parties involved. Other
Oh,
than
it look
that,
like he
go
no
ahead and get your
longer alive
drink, get you
now.
something to eat, just
I thought
relax
he
and
was still
enjoy the
alive.
show. Let's have fun. All right, y'all, let's get real.
Nope, he is not alive no more. That sucks. One of these days, I'm gonna go live when he go live, and I'm just gonna go in there and terrorize him. I'm gonna go in there and fuck his shit up right quick. But I hope y'all enjoyed Monday Night Raw. It was very good. If you haven't seen it, it was a damn good show. Hopefully tomorrow's NXT will be better than it has been the last couple of weeks. I know y'all sad because Mandela ain't there, but it is what it is. Anyways, we're gonna get on here and get out of here. Y'all make sure y'all keep up with the fam. You know, I got my podcast up. You guys can listen to my podcast. Got all 4 episodes of my Harry and Meghan stuff. I put the SBC chat up from when we did Freestyle Wednesday. That is up. So y'all can also go to Down for the Count, listen to the last 3 podcasts that are up. The last one has Trey D from We Love Wrestling in it. And we're talking about the Teddy Hart documentary, which was fucking gnarly. What? What are you talking about, Aaliyah? Teddy Hart doc is up, so we were talking about that in the show. Y'all make sure y'all go and listen to the podcast. I'm gonna be putting up some bonus episodes with Donnie. I'm gonna put some bonus episodes up with Donnie and Rico. Don wants to do his doubling back. He hasn't done one in a while. That did okay on the channel, so I want to get that up on the page. I'm not sad about man. Some people sad about her leaving. Some people talking about boycotting WWE, child. I said, okay, girl. While you doing that, she's still over there making her content. Girl, I've been live for an hour and 19 minutes. And we don't have nothing to talk about. I done did my whole thing. Oh, Donnie want to do another fashion files? We can do that. She said, well, they could boycott. It won't make her a better champ if she come back. it'll be a minute before she come back. But like I said, and I'm gonna say here because I said it in the group chat, I do not believe that this is all just, you know, this is all just about her making a lot of money. At first I did, but the more that I talk about this and the more I hear about it, I feel like something else is going on here. And I'm just gonna say it. I think that the man that she is with, you know what? I'm gonna just say everything is not as clear as it seems. And I think later on down the line, when the real shit come out, everybody gonna be looking like, damn, that's fucked up. And I'm just gonna be like, I kind of figured it was something like that. And I think it has something to do with her fiance. That's what I'm gonna say because it's cool. It does seem strange that she just took a left turn out of nowhere after wanting to be a part of the main roster, doing all this work to build yourself up, and then you just leave to do basically softcore porn. You could have been doing softcore porn, you know? So I'm just saying, I think it's more to it than what we get. That's what I think. I mean, I like Mandy and all, but it's like she brought mashed potatoes to the table. Ooh, lumpy mash. Stop. And it's like mashed potatoes are cool, but it's not gonna make or break the meal. I'm more shocked than sad of the situation. Darn said, "Say it. You think the man she with kind of tricked her into doing it?" No, I really do. I really do think that he has encouraged her to do this, even though it was her decision. Now, I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I will gladly apologize. But I don't think that I am wrong. I don't think that I'm wrong. I think that she she loves him. They feel they then she's seeing the kind of money she's gonna make. She's happy with doing it. She's happy with him. He's happy with her. And right now, everything seems like this is the right way for you to go. But I think within a year or two, all of that's going to change. And I don't think that Mandy is going to marry him. I don't think they're going to get married. If they do, I'll be fucking shocked. I'm dead ass serious. I will be shocked, but I don't think that they're going to get married. And I don't think that what she's doing is something that she necessarily wanted to do. I do think that she's blinded by love with him, and I do think that she was goaded into doing it. I just believe that. Now, like I said, I could be very, very wrong. And I'd rather be wrong than to be right. Okay? Oh, that water good. Excuse me. That is so good. Now he probably pulled a gotcha, bitch. I'm just saying. And it's easier to leave right now than to go back and forth, especially with everyone she's been going through these past couple of years. Who's the guy? Her fiance, he used to work for NXT, but he doesn't anymore, as far as I know. I mean, I found this odd too because we all know Mandy is a nice girl in real life, low key a pushover. He said, "Girl, go to Instagram." I mean, I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to put a narrative out there that wasn't true. But that's just my assessment of it because it seems very left field. Why go to NXT to do all this work to build yourself up to finally be the commodity that you have been working towards your entire career, only for you to then drop this career, leave the WWE, and go make softcore porn on the internet? She's too old to be a welcome mat. You ain't never too old to be a welcome mat, Kenny. Shit happens. Not gonna lie, cause I'm not making her a victim. I'm not blaming her for anything because at the end of the day, it's her choice. But I just don't feel like this is. I just feel like something about this don't sound right. It doesn't feel right, and usually when it don't sound right and it don't feel right, it's not right. And I'm just like, you just come out the blue and this is just out of nowhere. Now, don't get me wrong. I generally don't have any personal issues with Mandy. I think that as a person outside of her WWE persona, that she is not a bad person. I think that she's very, very nice. I've seen her on the YouTube channel with Sonya. She seems like a very sweet person, easygoing. I like her outside of her character in WWE. I really do. But like it just seems very, very left field. And I just generally didn't understand what is going on here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some people can't say no. I mean, especially if she love him and if he is encouraging her to do it, like look at the money we could make. Look at how they already treat you like a sex symbol. Like it don't take much to manipulate somebody. It really don't. I'm not saying she being manipulated. I'm saying that it is possible that that's what's happening. Cuz I just something is telling me that this isn't right. It's just not right. I was gonna leave, but then y'all made me start talking about it. They like, where you going? And if you come this far to come this far, that's unfortunate. And that's what I mean. It's like, geez, like you did all of this work to build yourself up, to build up toxic attraction, to make them viable threats to the tag team titles for the women's division, dangerous competitors for the women's division on any roster that they're going to be in. And that's facts. I'm not shitting on JC and Gigi like I usually do. We talking real talk. Both of them really they did elevate the tag team titles in NXT because nobody was giving a fuck about those women's titles until those two came along after you had girls like Dakota and Raquel carrying them, and then after that I don't remember who had the titles after that. I know EO and Zoe had them, but then Zoe got injured. She always getting fucking injured. I mean, I'm just saying, like it was just like they really did work hard to make those titles viable and to give people true competition when it came to those tag team titles. And it's just like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like you decide and then you're doing it while you're working. So you're at the top of the mountain in WWE, you're working. Now at first, I thought it was just a simple leak. I didn't know anything about her producing content and WWE, was basically like, "Hey, you can't do this. This directly contradicts our, deals and our brand. We can't have you doing this. We're PG-13. We're not selling sex anymore, so you can't, produce this type of content." Everybody that's online that's bringing up Theory and Seth Rollins, the difference is they're not knowingly and willingly distributing content online that directly contradicts their contract along with everything else. They're not doing that. She, on the other hand, she is willingly distributing sexually explicit content on a platform where people can get to it despite it being behind a paywall. It doesn't matter. That is still something. And then you have the situation with the leak. That is part of the par for the course. That is what happens. Y'all see it on Twitter all the time. They just leaked Lil Fizz's OnlyFans shit. They had Hitman Holla's dick was all over the internet at one point. You know what I'm saying? We done seen just about every celebrity's penis. From Trey Songz to even WWE superstars. We know what they shit look like. Like, we should know what they shit look like. We should not know that. He said, I mean, I would have done it, but when they caught, I would have been like, fine, but I'm keeping the money. They can't take the money from you. They have no authority over any money that you make. It's not like they can say, oh, we can commandeer your account. No, you can't. You can't. They can only ask her to shut it down, which she refused to do. So they were like, okay, we can't have you working here and putting out this kind of content. All right, fine. Then I'm walking. Like, that was pretty much it. They can't take her money from her. Yes, and now them tag titles are giving Chum Bucket a little bit, all the bit, girl. I think now the tag team titles are having some competition. From Toxic Attraction going back after them to Tatum and Ivy. Like, I think that is good. They just got to do some more work to building up those tag team titles. And I think it's going to take time. Nothing is going to be easy. Everything is going to take time. And I need something to listen to while I'm working. All right, I got you. I think now Sean is working on the tag team titles. I won't harp on Party City too much because literally all the teams were injured and Toxic Attraction low-key needed a break after going in all year. I don't have an issue with their championship reign in terms of their of them actually having competition. That's not their fault. What I have a problem with is they have no true identity as a tag team. Tell me what they're about. Like, the partying aspect is bullshit because no, that shit don't work. I don't care what nobody say. Like, they don't have anything that they're really about. Like, there's nothing about them individually that makes them stand out, and there's nothing about them as a tag team that makes them stand out. They're pretty much like non-existent, and they do work well in the ring. And while they talk a good game, there's not really anything about them that really sets them above the bar. Like, there's nothing about them that says, ooh, like that's they out there. Like, no, you don't give a fuck about them Disco Twins. You don't care about that shit. Like, at first I was like, you know what? Let's give them a chance. Let's work it out. But I feel like even if they go up against somebody else, they have other teammates. Even if they do that, I don't think that that's going to change their personality and the idea of them actually being fun. They're fun to watch, but their character development is trash. It's garbage. Like, I don't like the whole party aspect thing don't work well with me. It just comes across as fucking weird. Both of them come out there. Only one of them got rhythm. The other one can barely move her hips or dance. They got the damn machine guns blowing smoke in the air. And I'm just like, what is this? What are you trying to sell me? Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? Right now, I can see why he's Hitman Holla. Okay. Because he damn sure gonna make you holler, girl. He damn sure gonna make you holler. So So he's more than extra large teeth and an extra small mouth. Wow. Disco twins remind me of them cheap party toys that end up in the trash. Oh my God. I don't not even as faces. I'm just saying there's really not much to them. And while y'all might personally give Nikita and Zoe smoke, they at least have personality. Now Zoe, she give off very much biker chick. And y'all know Nikita give off cultural appropriating hoes. So I mean, it's not ideal, but you can tell where they at. Like Nikita's whole kickboxing thing is at the forefront of her character. It's a part of her move set. That roundhouse is a part of her move set. Like that's her thing. You got Zoe, strong knee, hit you with that knee. It's fucking lights out. Zoe's a solid wrestler, always has been. Mike's skills, eh, eh. I feel like she definitely could benefit from some help in that department. I'm sure the feeling is mutual amongst many people. But they say the word on the street is that Sonya is going to be the one to replace Mandy in Toxic Attraction if and when they decide to pull them up to the main roster. Toxic Attraction is all about sex appeal and wanting what you can't have. And Mandy with her androgyny suits every week. I mean, Sonya with her androgyny suits. And then them two coming out there dressed. They coming out there dressed like the biggest cheetah print hoes they can find. One's a goth chick and the other one don't know what she want to be. She just makes sure her makeup face mask is giving. Babes, I don't see how that would work. I really don't. I'm trying to picture it. Everybody else was saying that's the best course of action to go is to have Sonya take over Toxic Attraction. I don't see it. But y'all tell me, am I wrong? Because I don't see it. I'm supposed to leave, but Don won't let me leave. You don't see it either, Aaliyah? I don't know if I could see it. I mean, I guess it would be revamped in a way that it would work, but I don't see it. Before, yeah, but now the ship has sailed. What was the question? Can you? The rumor is that Sonya is supposed to be replacing Mandy as the new leader of Toxic Attraction. So, can you see Sonya being the lead of Toxic Attraction? I don't see it, y'all. I don't see it. Do y'all see it? I thought it was Zach's wife. What? Kenny, what? Sonya doesn't fit the same vibe. That's what I was thinking. But I just wanted to make sure I wasn't fucking crazy. Mm, I don't know. As a manager, sure. Honestly, darn, I don't think as a manager, I can understand that. She wouldn't be like the new leader of Toxic Attraction, though. She'd be their manager. Cool. But no, they're talking about like making her the new leader. At least that's the rumor. And I'm just like, that don't sound right to me. That sounds weird as fuck. Oh my gosh, she paints nails so beautifully. It would have made sense for Sonya to take over of Mandy if Mandy was still there. For Sonya to be like, haha, I took your girls, but never mind for that. As a leader, no, because she doesn't really lean into that sexy woman role. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Matt Cardona, sorry, his wife. Oh, you were talking about his wife. Okay, because I could not figure out what you was talking about. I'm like, who is Zach? I was gonna be like, what? She thought it was gonna be Chelsea. Oh, because Chelsea's supposed to be going back to the E. Okay, well that's still possible. I'm saying the rumor is that it could be Sonya to take over the role because that's what's going around the internet. And I don't like that rumor. It just sounds fucking weird to me. Hold on a second, y'all. Or they just don't have a leader and keep doing what they're doing as a tag team. I agree, Kitty. That actually works out in my favor, in their favor. If she could get sexy in a feminine way, then sure. I don't see that happening. I mean, that girl had an absolute tantrum when she thought she had to wear a fucking dress to somebody's party. You know, like she had a whole ass tantrum when she thought she had to wear a dress. There's no fucking way. No way. I don't see it. But Sonya the STEM, no. If Carmella wasn't out, I'd let them put her in the ref. You know what? Carmella fits to me. Carmella fits the regime. I can deal with Carmella. She's not like the biggest, greatest wrestler of all time, but like I said, she not worse than Mandy. I know that for sure. She performs effectively, even though you can't stand her punk ass. She still does well. Like every time. And you got to give it to her because she be out there working it with some of the best, be putting it in with some of the best. You got to give her props. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I would definitely, I could see Carmella. Carmella's a better fit to me than anybody else. I saw something that suggested Mella. She could use the backup. Yeah. And I was like, if they were on her level of wrestling, I could see it. Honestly, Gigi and JC are better wrestlers than Carmella is. And I don't really give JC her props that often, but they're better wrestlers than Carmella. They're better wrestlers than Mandy, and Mandy was still their leader. So, in my opinion, having Carmella be their replacement leader and making them go that route is a smarter move. Carmella still has the sexy thing. Carmella's a what? She's a former champion, former WWE SmackDown Women's Champion. So she's got the chops. Like She has her accolades, so it works. Especially since Carmella slapped the face off Zelina and called her a hobbit. Child. Zelina could, but never mind, forget that. I even started that sentence. The reason why I don't like Zelina in that role is because Zelina be trying too hard. I figured out what my problem is with her. And a lot of people don't agree with me, but I feel like she tried too hard. In just about every faction she has existed in, anytime she is like somebody's, you know what I'm saying, liaison, anything of the sort, like she be doing too fucking much. And it don't just be simple shit. It be shit she don't even have to do all that. Like she very well be doing the absolute most. And you just be like, Zelina girl, we just want to watch a match. We don't want to watch you stick out your titties for the next 2 hours. We don't want to see that. We don't want to see that. Like you so busy or worried about serving looks. And sometimes them looks don't hit because you be so busy trying to be avant-garde, or you trying to be cosplaying at the same time, or you trying to be Aaliyah. It's just borderline annoying at this point. And I just really wish that she would just focus on doing her. You know, just do you. Like, don't worry about the other shit. Just do you. You can't even get that. And it's no shade. I'm not shitting on sis. I'm really not. She just tries way too hard for me. And it's just you doing too much. Like, relax. We see you. You're not hard to miss. You're a Latino woman with bleach blonde hair on your head. You are not hard to miss. Okay? And you got two fucking tennis ball, got motherfucking soccer balls for titties right now that you keep pushing forward as if it's hard for you to walk with these new titties. I don't know, maybe they gotta settle or whatever, but it's getting on my nerves. I'm just like, bitch, go about your business, ho. I'm sick of it. I'm so tired of it, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm tired. She said Mela with the faction would be badass. She'd give better promos than Mandy. I 100% agree. Carmella on the microphone has always been better. Always. And she doesn't know when to shut her freaking mouth. I'm more interested in Mela wrestling over Mandy. So, yeah. Zelina is a try hard. Like, baby, just do Zelina. Zaya low key the package, but she be overcompensating Zelina. She got them cement attachments and can't act right. I don't know what it is, but she just, I mean, they already really far apart, which to me is just so fucking weird. Like, I always wondered, like, why are the girls' titties always so far apart when they get new titties? Like, even if they go up a size, go down a size, whatever the case may be. Like, I always wondered, like, why they be spaced so far apart. Like, why do they do that? I just be wanting to understand. Like, they really be spaced far apart. I'm like, oh my damn. Wow. Like, you are serious, ma'am. But she's been trying too hard since the beginning of her career. Not really, Aaliyah. When she first got there, like, I felt like, I'm like, I could see Vega doing something. You know, like, I generally wanted to see what they were going to do with her. And while she was, you know, talking a lot, I felt like with some of the guys that she was, you know, managing, she could have been really great. And I was just like, if they would just give her the opportunity to shine, I think she could be one of the most hated women in WWE. And while that sounds like really fucked up, that's kind of the guides of what you want when you're a heel character. You want to be one of the most hated people in the company. You want to be hated. You want to feel like no, every time you come on that screen, you are taking over and people hate that you're there. That's what you want. And what I felt like I was getting from Zelina was they getting ready to strap the rocket to her, and we getting ready to see Vega really shine her best. And they didn't do it. And I was just like, they failed in that department. They didn't utilize her as much as they could have. Zelina Vega is one of the best on the microphone in that company. I will argue anybody to the ground about that. That woman is solid when it comes to mic work. Few people can fuck with her on that level. And that's the truth. Honest to God truth. And Santos and them don't need her. They don't need her. They have him. That's one of the reasons why I feel like Legado del Fantasma is floundering. They're not floundering per se, but they're not doing as great as I thought. Okay? Like, I really, really, really thought that Legado was going to go out there and really just dominate. And no shade to Hit Row or anybody, because I want the tag team division to be built up. I want it to be competitive. What did I say about Charlotte? Because I say a lot of shit and forget, baby. You'll have to remind me, Donnie, because I don't remember. I don't remember. I know I said something about her, but I generally, like real talk, I generally don't remember. So you got to remind me, babes. But anyway. My fingernail clip. Anyways, like I'm saying, like Phantasma. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to tell that in a minute. But I feel like her being in Phantasma just would not work. And I feel like it doesn't work now. It's not going to work later on down the line. I get why she's there. Hit Row has a female. Hit Row has a female. Valhalla has a female. But Phantasma does not need to have a female in their faction, if you ask me. They don't need her. They don't need her. Now, I think we was in a group chat. And it was talking about, it was right around deadline. We was talking about Alba Fire coming up and Zoe coming up. And I don't know who brought up Zoe, but I was like, low key, you could have Charlotte as the leader of a new faction and have her bring Alba and Zoe in as her two girls on the squad. And I was like, you could just have them come in together. Because I was like, it obviously would work out with Alba turning on Charlotte at some point. Because I mean, Charlotte's got to revamp herself too. And she's been able to do it. I feel like when the fuck are the men gonna help women get up one? Exactly. Like, but Phantasma don't need her. And that's what I be saying. Like, Phantasma just don't need her. They just don't need her. And she don't need them. Like, she don't need them. She never did. I seen something about Lacey taking Zoe and forming something. I wouldn't mind that either. Zoe give off former military vibes. I don't know if she used to be in the military or ever did that. I have no idea. It's possible. But first, Lacey got to be reestablished. And I know that they're using her military background to set her new character, which should work because that first reiteration they had was horrible. And it was more horrible because they kept trying to make her be some like motivational speaker. And while in the beginning it was cool, it just was like I was all for it at first because I was like, okay, they're giving us a little bit of backstory into her. They're gonna use that to push her forward, and then we're gonna start seeing her back on the roster. Cool. The problem is they did not do that. They kept trying to sell it as her motivation, as your motivation to do better, see better, and it's just like I don't need motivation. Like, girl, you just want to be like, girl, go to hell. Where is this? Like, we don't give a damn about none of that. We don't care about you. We don't care about none of that shit. We don't care about that. I'm telling y'all, Lacey need to be a drill sergeant. I don't care how many times I say it. I think the way that Nicole wanted her to be booked was the smartest way to do it. She wanted to come out and use her military background, similar to the way she was booked before the pandemic, where she was still Lacey Evans, walk like a lady, act like a lady, but she, saluted when she came out. I don't want her to be the female Sergeant Slaughter. I like her being her Rosie the Rooter style character. But I liked her being sassy Lacey Evans. I love that character. I don't know why people hated on it so much. But I love that shit. I love that Southern Belle style character. I thought that shit was dope. I put Alba on Smack It Down. I mean, if they're gonna bring her, if I feel like if you're gonna bring her to Raw, then I think making having Charlotte in a faction again would work. It most definitely would work for her. And I think putting Alba with her is a good move. And you can help introduce her to the roster. Have Zoe with her and let them run roughshod for a little while. Take down Toxic Attraction, you know, and actually be a faction that dominates, not a faction that is put together with sticks and spit, because that's how Damage Control looks to me. Like, remember when it was a match going on and Natty and Beth ran to the ring like they were working out? That's some old school deep cut shit. I did not remember that shit. Hold on, y'all. I barely remember a lot of things, but I definitely didn't remember that.
Damn right we take turns being wrong. I get real accountable when I'm alone. I get real about it all when I'm alone. It's so crazy missing you. I get on. Now Julio made me Scorpio. And I might hit your phone up with that rock. Listen, my da. Listen, that
Charlotte and faction are two words that just sound so odd to me. I'm so used to seeing Charlotte as a one-woman show. I think that's what make it so much fun. Charlotte been by herself since her and Dana stopped rolling tight with each other. And I just think that it's time for a change. Like, even Seth had minions at one point. She got to do something. She can't be like her father was at his greatest when he was with the Four Horsemen. If she wants to evolve and stay relevant, Charlotte got to start making changes so that she does. And I think creating a faction is the best way for her to go. Or just go to the Divas of Doom promo vids is what A. Lacey should do. I love that moment. That shit gives every right to do it because it's new. I mean, it's something different. Y'all can't complain because it's not the same shit. She ain't just coming back and snatching a title from Bianca. I'm just saying. Charlotte says is no one on her level. So get Zoe a pure bomb athlete and Alba one of the best wrestlers in the company. She is. I don't know what they would call their faction, but I think it would work. It just has to be done correctly. He said he's excited for the Rumble because the robe will be robing. I don't care what nobody say. I've always been a fan of Charlotte's gears. Her gears are my favorite, and I tend to lean towards those robes and that gear on 2K. I always pick her shit. She said the robes will be robing. Fair. Or at least people that can cause her problems. Because my philosophy would be I can't beat them, so I'm going to make them be on my team. Charlotte got over $50,000 in fucking robes in her closet, bitch. Wow. Jenny's stupid. Oh my goodness. These Funyuns are fire. Charlotte's photo shoot pics look like she about to drop the hardest album yet. Bianca, no, I can't. I don't think he ever gonna get unblocked. He might have to follow her on Twitter so he can see. Dom, this fucking. You meant Dom? This fucking iPhone autocorrect. I know Don can see, but Dom. Oh, he can see now. But he got water thrown in his face today. If it's from the ones from a couple of weeks ago. She don't post on her Twitter as often as she posts on Instagram. Yeah, he do keep wiping his eyes. But he got water thrown in his face today. Which that was fucking satisfying. So I saw on YouTube today some of the British boys from this all boys school was trying Thanksgiving food, and they gave them such a piss poor representation of Thanksgiving food. Like they gave them that Thanksgiving sandwich from Friends that Ross had with the moist maker, that piece of bread soaked in gravy. They gave them yam casserole with sweet potatoes on top, which is not normal. They gave them pumpkin pie and pecan pie. And I was like, so y'all not gonna serve them macaroni and cheese, actual candied yams, not fucking yamalo. That shit disturbed the fuck out of me. I was so goddamn mad. I'm like, this is bullshit. So I wore a mask to work today. And when I got to class, Tommy automatically goes, why are you wearing a mask? I had to scroll almost 4 months just to see Tino Savatelli. You could have just told me. I am so sorry, Aaliyah. Like, she should have had the pictures of her engagement up. That wasn't no 4 months ago. She just got engaged the week that her brother died. She said, laughing out loud, mind your business, kid. Stone Cold gonna say, so why did you start wrestling at 24? I'm gonna say so Bianca can unblock me on Instagram. I bet all the food was dry coochie. It so was. It so was, Kenny. She did. They're from September. Oh shit. I'm sorry, Aaliyah. You're damn, Aaliyah. That's where you been. That's where she was. Aaliyah, you could have Googled it. Honey, you could have Googled it, okay? Let's look. First thing that come up, Mandy Rose gets engaged to former NXT wrestler. Babes, you could have Googled it. You could have Googled it, get babes. It's the first thing that comes up. It's like right there. It's like right in your face. You did that to yourself. Them Instagram notes be killing me. People either be mad so you can ask them what's wrong, or they just be saying the most outrageous shit. Outrageous. I'm gonna start putting some weird shit on them notes. saying got the name of a random pasta sauce. Fair. I need to update mine. You definitely do. Now, y'all, this case with Megan, Tori, her best friend Kelsey, got so many fucking twists and turns. It's insane. I was gonna put Pum Pum Meow, but I was like, no, my family follow me. So that's why I put the lace front eyelash one. This case with Tori, Megan, and Kelsey is so fucking ridiculous. Like, it went from Megan's testimony to Kelsey coming up there saying she lying, pleading the fifth because she don't want to get incriminated. She don't want to have no incriminating evidence against her. Then they give her immunity. She still tells a weird fucking story. You know what? The security guard is in limbo. Nobody knows where he is. Megan got up there on the stand and contradicted herself. It's so many twists and turns. And all we know is that Megan ended up with bullets in her foot. And nobody has definitively who shot her. She believes that Tory Lane shot her. But given the evidence of the facts, both Kelsey and Tory tested positive for gunshot residue. And you can't test positive for gunshot residue unless you was handling a gun and firing it. The way that the gunshot residue was on both of their hands means that they had the gun in their possession or they fired the weapon at some point. I'm just like, now if you watch enough CSI, okay, or forensic files at the very least, when you fire a weapon, GSR sprays everywhere, but majority of it goes on your hand, wherever your dominant hand is. The hand you would use to hold the weapon would be the hand that would have the most GSR on it. But it will also be all over the front of your clothes and spray back on your arm because it's a weapon, it's gunpowder. It's gonna fire and there's a blast of it that's going all over the place. So when they test you, they're gonna test your clothes, your skin, and they're gonna test your hands for GSR. If you test positive, you either were by the gun when it was fired or you held it when it was fired. It's just too many twists and turns. Well, the security must be over in the FIFA shit because he was posting on Instagram and liking the post. Right? But then I was looking at the pictures and the pictures look really photoshopped. Girl, I don't know. Then everybody want to ask why we got to know who she fucking. That's personal. Hello, that's the reason we're here. Right. Because the tea was that Kelsey was messing with Tori first. Kelsey got with Tori. They was kicking it, but Kelsey had got COVID, so she had to go quarantine. And while she was on quarantine, they say Megan started messing with him. But she ain't want to go public with it because she said she didn't want to ruin her career. Or she could have grabbed the pew pew right after it was fired. She could have. Not Canada. Megan was fucking with Tory first. From my understanding, Kelsey was with him first. She got COVID, stopped messing with him because she went to quarantine for COVID, and then Megan pounced. That's what they said. Because she said Megan was trying to hook her up with Tory. That Megan was not trying to get with him. She was hooking them up together. That's the story that they gave in court. They was together, they was kicking it or whatever. Kelsey got sick. And then Megan was trying to get with him. And did. They was at the club, chilling. And she was like, "You'll be perfect for my friend Kelsey." She introduced him to Kelsey. They started chilling. Kelsey got sick. She went home to Texas to be with her family while she was in quarantine. Megan was sleeping with him. That's the story that they told in court. Not even from Canada. Then Kelsey got sick and Megan took the window of opportunity. But she had the window when she first met the dude. Like, why didn't you get with him when you met him instead of trying to hook him up with your friend? At least that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all, if y'all gonna tag team like the niggas, why don't you just get your feel first? Then once Kelsey started messing with him, leave him alone. Where he's from isn't the problem. It's the fact that he's part of the lollipop guild. Leah. Not the lollipop guild. Jesus. My God, it was so good. And to be honest, I'm not surprised she slept with the baby. Well, the streets say her and Megan been doing this for a while. And you know what, I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean? I'll put it this way. If I was out there in them streets and I look like Megan, I fuck who I want. If I look like Megan, if I had her body in my face, I would do what I want. But I mean, me personally, my personal guidance, I don't like sharing niggas with homegirls. Because that shit never ends well. One of y'all gonna catch feelings. or either you or her gonna catch feelings, and it's gonna end up being a problem over one of them dudes. Cause nobody can ever just keep things, on the up and up. We not like dudes. As much as girls try to make it seem like I could fuck a nigga and not give a fuck. That's not true. You're gonna come across the right one, and he's going to be the one to get your ass caught up. It happens every fucking time. And it's just simple because we're the ones who have to take the best way to explain it. We have to take the dick and they don't. And it's always a feeling that is invoked when you have sex with somebody. And a lot of times it just takes the right stroke to get you where you need to be and it's over. And my thing was I could never do that. Like I just cannot in general share a nigga with a bitch. I just won't. If you roll that way and that shows those stilo, I'm cool. I don't have no issues with that. But me personally, I don't have I don't have the maturity to do that. You have to be a very mature person to do that because you have to be able to handle that shit. Like that shit going on with Diddy and Carisha and all them hoes that he with. Never in a day could I be okay with Gerard going out and making out with other girls, constantly adding bitches to the roster, and then being like, I don't care what he do, I'm the top bitch. But you not fucking nobody else. You not with nobody else, but he can go and actually have another child with another woman and still be with you. And you out here talking about Diddy wouldn't even give a fuck about y'all. Like, no, Diddy don't give a fuck about you, Carisha. And quite frankly, a lot of us don't give a fuck about Diddy. He is not somebody that I would be like, oh, I need to get with him. I don't give a fuck how much money he got. Not even when Diddy was younger and Notorious B.I.G. was still living, did I ever in life say, oh, Diddy's fine. No. Because that little beady eye motherfucker never did it for me. Never, ever, ever. So I don't get it. I don't get it, but live your best life, girl. If you think a piece of a man is the best way to have it because he got money and you got money, then live your best life, girl. But me personally, I could never do that. Can they just be sister wives and sit the hell down? Well, apparently they friendship done imploded over him, over Tory. I just told y'all it only take one. It only take one. I thought it was a given about her and the baby. I didn't know anything about her and the baby, but honestly, I didn't care. If she wanted to fuck him, whatever. It makes no never mind to me. Her having sex with the baby is no bearing on her getting shot or on her period. It really doesn't matter. How does that make her any different from any other rapper that's out here fucking a bunch of bitches? Like, at least she didn't get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? She was safe about it. She fucked who she want while she was single, and when she got in a relationship, she was cool. She with her man, she happy. If that was me and I got shot and I'm on the stand, I would not even be worried about how people perceive me because at the end of the day, I'm the victim. And something about the way that things are going, it just don't seem right. And I'm okay with her being upset and being embarrassed about the situation because it leaves her vulnerable to attacks. And I 100% understand that. But my thing is, you don't let nobody steal your joy and your shine from you. You hold your head up because you didn't do anything wrong. There's nothing wrong about this scenario except for Tori or your friend Kelsey shooting you. Now, all of y'all was drunk, so the events of that night are very much skewed. But I feel like where y'all was living at, this is an affluent neighborhood. Where the fuck was all the cameras? Like, where was they at? Like, why didn't nobody's house catch nothing on camera? Like, I'm dead ass, like, trying to figure out what is going on here. Because there's cameras in neighborhoods that shouldn't have no fucking cameras. And they got ring cams everywhere. You telling me in a neighborhood that's a median of over $1 million a year type of people, they ain't got no ring or simply safe type of shit happening in their neighborhood? You're out of your fucking mind. Don't believe it. Don't believe it for a minute. I'm not either. Shit person aside, Mr. Jonathan is a fine chocolate man. Well, the sister wives are leaving the husband, so it's going right on target. They leaving him because there's no clear path for any of them to be loved the way they need to be loved. That shit does not work. They want to make it seem like it works, but it won't, and it doesn't. Somebody's always gonna feel left out. Somebody's always gonna feel like the other one is favorited over them. And that's exactly what them women are saying. It was never gonna work to begin with. But they went through it anyway and let him convince them that they was gonna do it. It was gonna be fine. I'll never forget when they made his head a Flappy Bird game. Oh my God. But him telling us was like, okay. I don't understand why it was even news. Like, I feel like a lot of people done fucked a lot of people. He said, I was just talking to my best friend the other day, and I'm like, I'm glad we don't have the same taste in men. Well, Florida people are different. I hate y'all. Literally, I hate y'all literally have a chemical release. Maybe it's a Sag thing because y'all get the D and want to be Amelia. What? Don, what? What the fuck? What? What the fuck? He said, well, the deal with Carisha and Diddy is basically strictly fun. Nah, because Kelsey was trying to drag her on other shit. The real funny part is even though all of who she's fucked, she still got a man. And because she loyal when she need to be. That's what I'm saying. I don't have no issues. They were in the car. I don't have no issues with Megan directly, and I'm on her side because at the end of the day, she was shot. I just wish that they were clear about the events that went down, so that somebody, whoever did it, can go to jail. Like I just don't feel like it have to be this complicated. Just tell the truth. I'm not saying she wasn't shot. I believe she was. I believe those bullets fragmented into her foot. And the reason they was like, she still has bullets in her foot. I'm like, that makes sense to me. The girl was shot in the foot. She's got fragmented bullets in her foot. That makes sense if what they say is true. He's shooting on the ground. Dance, bitch, dance. She definitely would get bullet fragments in her foot from that kind of contact with the ground. So that correlates. That makes sense. But why is it not being told? Like she is saying definitively, Tory Lane shot me. But both of them have GSR on their hands and body. Kelsey and Tory did. So which one of them shot you? And the thing that the prosecutors and shit was saying was weird was that, well, the defense attorneys, which, and I mean, they are gonna skew the facts, but she said Tory was, oh, she said he was sitting somewhere. And I cannot remember where she said. She said he was sitting somewhere. And she said she got out the car and walked around there. And then he popped up in the front seat. And then right at like a few seconds of her getting out the car, walking around to the front of the car, and Megan's tall, so it wouldn't have took her but a few seconds. She turns around and he says, dance, bitch, dance, starts shooting at her. They was like, there's no way he could have done that. And I'm like, well, if he's on the passenger side of the car, but they said he was, oh, fuck. Amber Alert, missing front bumper, 2010 Honda Accord is black. Dry, go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. It was an Amber Alert. Go to bed. They was in the car. Megan started talking shit about his career and about him. And Megan pulled over and got out, told the driver to pull over and got out. And then they say Tory put his arm out of the car with the gun and started shooting at her feet, talking about dance, bitch, dance. Next thing you know, she shot in the foot. And that's it. Yeah, I was about to say they weren't out in the open. They said she's a different person when she's past faded. A lot of people are. Anyways, because I'm a different person when I'm drunk. That's a normal thing. Who is Amelia? I was also going to ask that. The book. Y'all got to keep up. Boy. I was going to ask you what it meant too, because I was going to be like, what the fuck do that mean? The book, y'all keep up. If y'all think I'm going to type both names, y'all smoking hooker coochie, please. So many books have the name Amelia in it, Don. I read that is a crocodile coochie. If you're talking about Amelia Bedelia, then okay. Oh, well, I would be talking about Amelia Earhart. Those ambers be so random. When I'm in bed and get one, I'll be like, well, let me know when you catch them. Kitty, please. But this is interesting because her ex-stylist said she was irritated before they left. Well, yeah. I mean, given what I remember from the court case and what they were saying is that they got into it at Kylie's house because Tory was hitting on Kylie Jenner. People that situation was off, could tell the situation was off. Why wouldn't nobody stop it? I don't know. I looked to see what the race of the child. Who child? What are you talking about? All the Amber Alerts. Good. Don, you just look at the race of the child and don't look at shit else. I can't with you. He said, I don't look for the white kids. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then I thought about it. I said, nigga, go to hell. Go to hell, sir. Anyways, I don't know exactly what was going on with them, but I know that they most definitely had issues well before they I think they had issues well before they went to the club. For whatever reason, Megan was in her feelings when they got to Kylie's house. They said she was drunk there, so did Kelsey and Tory. Here's the thing. Y'all in the pool chilling at Kylie's house. It was a day thing. Y'all was just chilling. You irritated because Tory is hitting on Kylie. Was Kelsey mad because Kelsey, like, wasn't Kelsey fucking with Tory too? So it's like, was all of y'all mad because he was hitting on this girl in front of y'all, and then it blew up into a massive situation? Y'all get in the car and y'all start arguing, all three of y'all in the car, and Tory blow the whole shit up like, yo, you need to tell your friend Kelsey the truth. Kelsey, like, what you talking about? So why would she be like, if you're not picking up on clues, right? You're irritated. You ask your friend like, what's going on? You can't tell that she's mad about this man, and y'all not supposed to be together, and they not supposed to be having no relationship, and that you and him was supposed to be together. So you trying to convince me that Kelsey was okay with him hitting on Kylie in front of her? They must have just had an arrangement that it was just cool. Because my thing is, while yes, that's your friend, and you fucked with him at one point, why would you be upset that he is now sleeping with Megan when y'all not on that level anymore either way, because he was hitting on Kylie in front of you and Megan? Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, something about the facts don't sound right. They were lit the whole week. This was when we was fresh off quarantine. I know. I'm just saying. Like why would her telling Kelsey that she slept with Tori be such a big fucking deal when Tori was very much hitting on Kylie right there at the damn house? You feel me? Like, Kylie was right fucking there. She was one of the reasons why shit was going haywire. They said the shit in court. So I'm like, you're gonna be mad about Megan, but you're not mad that, he was hitting on Kylie. You're not mad about none of that. You're only mad that Megan slept with him. All right, cool. That's just weird to me. This whole situation is fishy as hell. And all I keep seeing is a lot of think pieces online, but nobody's really thinking, like, no one's trying to make Megan out to be a liar. So I feel like while Megan might be telling the truth about herself getting shot, the catalysts that led up to those events do have to be displayed. And some of these damn explanations is not adding up. The math is not mathing. So Tori was flirting with everybody, but that's how shit got aired out. Because when they got in, because Megan got upset, said she was ready to leave. At least that was what Kelsey said. Megan got mad, said she was ready to leave. So they got their stuff and went to the car. They all got in the car. She said she would have, if I was, okay, so let's just spin reality. I'm Megan, I'm there, and I'm ready to go. Now, according to the stylist, they did leave. They left, and then they came back because she didn't want to leave. They left because she didn't want to leave Tori at Kylie's house. At least that's what they said. I would have left. Like, the only thing Megan lied about was fucking Tori. Everything else, people need to stop reaching. I don't understand why she lied about that. I feel like that would even give her more. It would give more credibility to her story, because y'all got y'all got a fucking. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, there's a whole discord between the two of y'all. Like, that explains the animosity between the two of you. Like, he just come out the blue, out of nowhere, and shoot you. Like, there got to be a reason for that. You know what I'm saying? And it makes more sense to me that y'all was having sex at one point. Y'all are no longer on that level. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got some type of history. Thank you, Aaliyah. I couldn't get it out. I wouldn't be afraid to say that because she didn't want to look like a bad person. A bad person. Don. A bad person. You got shot. Who cares? You were shot. If you had sex with him, that's your business. Either way, it still gives credibility to you because that means that there was some type of connection between the two of y'all besides just being friends. Like, I understand that it's a stigma against Black women, period, in the industry and across the world. But at this point, you get more flies with honey. Like, I hate to say it that way, but you can't afford to protect anybody but yourself. You can't afford that. Like, there's nothing wrong with her saying, yes, me and Tori had a sexual relationship at one point, but during the time of this, we were not having sex. We were just friends. Our relationship had fizzled out. It was not going anywhere. And if you was jealous when he started hitting on Kylie, I got jealous when he started hitting on Kylie. I wanted to go home. I told everybody it's time for us to go. We had been there since 3 o'clock. I was ready to roll. So everybody got in the car. We got into it because I made him leave early. If that was the case, we got into it because I made him leave early, and things were said that shouldn't have been said in the car. I attacked his career, his manhood, and everything. I attacked everything. And then he went for the low blow and told my friend Kelsey that me and him had sex with each other and we're still having sex. This caused me and Kelsey to have a blowout as well. We're fighting. We get into an argument. I don't want to fight and argue no more. So I get out the car and then I get shot. I'm drunk, so I don't know specifically who shot me, but I know it was one of them because I know Tori had a gun in the car. Like, do that sound like something that you get what I'm saying? Like, if that was me and those was how the events played out, I would let that shit play out bar for bar, word for word. Because there's no other way to explain it other than the truth. And if you are too drunk to recall the events, then just say that. And if you truly don't know, then you truly don't know. If he had the gun, then plausibly he or Kelsey would have been the ones that shot you in the foot. One of them had to do it because they were the only two in the back of the car. I'm just saying, like, it don't have to be this difficult. He said, I'm not friends with the bitch. And she know the truth. Unfortunately, I had a lapse in judgment. I have fucked him. Like, that's it. She was jealous of him with Kelsey. But why though? Why? I don't even understand that. That is so baffling to me. Like, the first thing I'm wondering is, like, why? For what? If you wanted to be with him, all you had to do was get with him first. And the way that they say y'all be rolling, they say y'all used to share niggas. So why didn't you just get with him first? Like, hey, yo, Kelsey, I done slept with this nigga. He cool. But you know what? If you want to have a crack at him, you be my guest. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how they say y'all used to roll back in the day. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what they say. But I don't think Megan ain't nothing but a year older than me. So, yeah. She introduced him, though. That's confusing. That sound like that song Usher got. You make me want to leave the one with. Start a new relationship. Choose is what you do. He straight up was like, now what's bad is you're the one that hooked us up, knowing it should have been you. What's that? I was like, ooh, that sounds just like this shit. Because her and Tori had a connection, being they both lost their moms. I'm okay with that. But you should have told your friend the truth. You should have told her the truth. Because all of this could have been avoided. Especially if she thought she was with the nigga. But I'm confused as to how she just found out. Like, she must have really told him to keep it on the low. And he didn't say nothing. But Kelsey should have been mad that he was hitting on other bitches if they was rocking like that. You feel me? This is where the part of the story feels like somebody's lying. Because Kelsey says that she got with Tori and then she got COVID. All of a sudden, Tori's on Megan now. And my thing is, okay, let's say that happened by happenstance. Let's say Megan and Tori was talking one day, they was getting to know each other and they had a connection, about feeling really sad about losing their mothers, about, trying to navigate this world without them and all that other stuff. That could give somebody a deep connection with another person. Noted, right? But y'all had to be on some treacherous shit because Kelsey thought that she was starting something with Tori. Right? So y'all supposed to be cool. Now, my thing is this. If you feel like you and Tori was in a relationship or at least budding something of some kind, then why were you not mad that he was fucking hitting on Kylie Jenner at the party? Why was the only one who was pissed was Megan, and then Kelsey didn't turn up till she got in the car and found out that you and her was sleeping with each other? My thing is, shouldn't Kelsey have been mad from the beginning that he was hitting on this bitch in front of her? Like, is nobody... This whole story is just a fucking mess. I'm just so goddamn lost by this whole situation. I'm still upset that Don said that Sad just turned into Amelia Bedelia. I will beat your ass. I am very upset by that. I am so upset by that. Boy, fuck you. Because you did not have to say that hateful shit. That shit is ass. Do y'all know what Amelia Bedelia looks like? Look at this. I'm very upset by that. You was on some sucker nigga shit, and I do not appreciate it. Look at this. This is what he said. Look at this. Just look at it. Just take it in. Just breathe it all in. Look at this. Look at this. This right here. Trash. Trash. The audacity. I can't with you. I'm upset. I am upset that this is what he said. I will beat your ass. I'm so upset. I'm so upset that that's what he said. I was like, I know he's not talking about this bitch. I just know he not. I just could not believe that shit. I could not. Look at this. Look at this. This the bitch he talking about. Do you know how long it has been since I have seen Amelia Bedelia? Do you know how long it has been? I have not thought about this bitch in years. And his ass is on some bull shit today. Trash. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I don't know what to do. I'm so pissed. I don't know what to do. Dirty motherfucker. Oh my God. Horrible. Horrible. I'm so mad at him. I don't know what to do. Well, child, I'm so confused already. He did that. Ouch.
Hi, chat.
We can go to bed.
You already sent me to bed.
Go to bed, Christopher.
Now you need to go to sleep.
You should have went to sleep. Mommy then was clowning you because you can't have no more eggnog.
Fuck that.
Ah! It is not the truth. It is not the truth because I don't turn into no fucking Amelia Bedelia when we fall in love or have sex with somebody. You dirty bastard. You said a chemical is released and Sagittarius just become real domestic. Fuck you. Never. That is not even close. Y'all can't have it both ways. We can't be no damn fleety hoes and then be domesticated at the same time. It do not work like that. Mm-mm-mm. It gives cater to you. Nigga, please. Nope. Nope. Tried it. Like Michelle Williams verse. Anything Michelle sing. Only thing she got right was on that song. On that song, Girl. It's always how that bitch got anything right. I didn't like her sound then, and I don't like it now. She got a weird singing voice. I understand now why they used to draw her ass out. And I will. Shit. Fuck Michelle. Fuck her. One song or two in an entire catalog of music where you have been a part of the group. No. Now, I'm not saying Michelle can't sing. She has a unique sound to her voice the same way T-Boz does, but I was like, girl, okay. Sometimes her voice didn't always fit in the music. Oh my God. My father has a sound bar on his TVs in the downstairs living room and in his room, and now the whole house is booming with these Amber Alerts. Okay. Aaliyah know what it is. Aaliyah know. I ain't saying that Michelle can't sing. I'm just saying that Michelle wasn't always needed. She wasn't always needed for all of the songs. All I'm saying. He said, that's what it is. I thought it was that something at this airport. Nah, babes. Leah don't know shit. Don't do it, Leah, like that. You only rep her because she was from Chicago. If she was from anywhere else, and you know how that bitch sing, you would not be bribed for that shit. I don't even know why you tripping. You know damn well she is not the best on the microphone. You know goddamn well that is true. I don't give a fuck if she from Timbuktu. That is the God to honest truth. Factuals. I know Amelia Bedea's last name, unlike you. Oh, Lord. He knew it. He just didn't want to type this shit out with his stupid ass. No, I genuinely love Michelle on the last album. On their last album, on the Destiny Fulfilled album. What about the other albums that she was? She only had... Okay. What about personal music? Like, the only song she had that I really liked was the song she did. Hold on a second. She has one song that I really, really liked. And it was off her Journey. It was before her Journey to Freedom album. What's the name of that song? If We Had Your Eyes, it was on the that was one of the songs that I really, really liked. That was the only song of hers that I liked. That's the only song I liked, If We Had Your Eyes. And I felt like she sang that song effectively because they made music that catered to her sound. Destiny's Child wasn't necessarily her sound, but certain songs she did her thing on. Like, she did okay on Soulja Boy. That sound fit her voice. The song Lose My Breath fit her voice as well. I didn't think that was the perfect song for Kelly, but I thought that was the perfect song for Michelle in the way that the music flowed, the way that it had the sound, the melody of it. It was perfect for her. She did really well on the song Girl. I thought that song fit her voice extremely well. I love that song, especially her part. Her part was one of the best parts of the song. Other than that, like, Destiny's Child had, because I was there in the beginning. The beginning, the middle, and the end, okay? So after the writings on the wall, Destiny's Child had 8 Days of Christmas. And then they had Destiny Fulfilled in 2004. In between 2004 and 2001, they did not have any albums out. So their best album that Michelle was on was the Survivor album. They were singing songs off of the writings on the wall, but Michelle was not a part of that project. Her voice isn't on there. Then they had the 8 Days of Christmas album that they put out that same year. And then they was on tour, and then they took a break. I mean, they did a couple of songs for a couple movie soundtracks, and that's it. There's no more work in between there, because everything that came after that went on Destiny Fulfilled. And then Beyonce and them ended up going on their own separate ways. Kelly had her solo career. LaToya Luckett had hers. Beyonce had hers, turned into a fucking icon star. And Michelle tried, but she came out with Break the Dawn. We Break the Dawn, and while that was a cute dance song, it didn't do nothing after that. Like, after that, she had her album, let me see. Because she had a couple of gospel albums that she came out with. Then she came out with If We Had Your Eyes. And then that was it. And then she came out with this new album, Journey. What was it? Journey to Freedom. Where she had Yes. And there's another song on here that I like. It's with Lecrae. It's called Fall. Other than that, I could live without that album. So, what else? Okay. I see. I'm on 3 hours now. Hey, Brandy, how are you? As a new member of the group on DC3, it was odd for y'all to hear because it was a change for y'all. I grew up on DC3. It wasn't odd. It just, I thought vocally, all three of them worked together. It wasn't that she couldn't sing. It was just, Michelle just was not somebody that I would go, she's a powerhouse singer. She's meant to be in the background, adding to the vocals, not in the forefront. When you hear her sing her own verse on particular songs, sometimes they just don't work because that song is not meant for her. And she just has that type of unique sound to her voice that doesn't always meld well in the group. That's why a lot of times when you listen to Destiny's Child, most of the time at the forefront, Beyonce comes out first, then Kelly, then Michelle. Those audios are layered. They're not in the studio singing them together. It don't look like. If they are, I'd be shocked because Beyonce outsings all of them. You always hear her over everybody, and then you can hear Kelly, even when it's like reversed and Kelly's the lead. Personal music, I Love It, We Had Your Eyes, and Break of Dawn, and When Jesus Says Yes. Weren't there like 3 or 4 albums out before the last one? That's just sad numerically. No. Destiny's Child did not have that much music. Contrary to popular belief, they did not. They had Survivor, and for a long time, that album had a bunch of hits off of it. Independent Woman, Survivor, Bootylicious, Nasty Girl, Emotion, and the Gospel Melody came out. The Gospel Melody wasn't a song of its own, but Emotion was a single. Independent Woman, Women was a single because it was the lead out song for Charlie's Angels when it came out. Bootylicious was a lead out single. Survivor was a lead out single, and Nasty Girl was a lead out single. Nasty Girl had a video. Each one of these songs had a video. Independent Women, Survivor, Bootylicious, and Emotion definitely had a single. All of them had singles. Yeah, the last album was better to fit them all. I love her part on T-Shirt. I hated her part on what's the name of that song? I didn't like her part on Cater to You. I hated that part on Cater to You. I hated it so much. I was like, oh, I hate this fucking song. I like the song. It's a nice song, but I didn't like the way she sounded on it. And I felt like it just could have been so much better had they had, I don't know if they hadn't. The song itself is dope, but her part sucked. I hated it so much. I hated that song so much when she was on it. I was like, oh my God, like, please. I'm past the feel, I will to the end. That's the least I can do. Let me cater to you. I was like, no, bitch, just no. No. Look, anybody is good in the group but Farrah. We agree. Oh, I couldn't stand Farrah. Even in the video, like, when they did the video and the new girls was in the video, Farrah's ass was stiff. She looked like she was one of the girls in the back. She looked like she was one of the extras that they just happened to pull forward. I remember when they just came out and had replaced LaToya and Latavia, and I was just like, who the fuck is this bitch with the eyes? Who is she? She looked like she didn't want to move. She didn't want to talk. She didn't want to do nothing. And I swear that hoe was lip syncing. I swear she was. Like, I swear that bitch was lip syncing the whole time. Like, absolutely not. Even LaToya is fire. If you haven't listened to LaToya's music, I used to love LaToya Luckett. When she first came out with her first album, oh, I had that shit on DCD. I played that album every fucking day. I love that song. That song, Torn, she had on that album. What's another song off that album I like? Let me see. LaToya. I have to pull up my because they pulled her first album from Apple Music for whatever reason. I don't know, but she has an album before Lady Luck and Lady Love. I'm sorry. They pulled her first album off, which I still don't understand why they pulled it. Because I had her first album up here. It was called LaToya. I have it on CD upstairs. And I don't know why they pulled it, but it could have been a record label thing. But she has a song on here called She Don't that I really liked. All Eyes on Me, Hey Fella with Slim Thug, which she used to have a thing with Slim Thug back in the day. I'm Good was a good song off of that album. I love that album. And You Got What I Need was a good song too. I loved it. Kelly, I like the way she sounds. My dad used to love Kelly. He was like, she sings better than Beyonce does, which, to be fair, is true. I believe that Kelly's voice is much, much, much smoother. And she has a delivery with her sound that is just genuinely, easily pleasing to the ear. The difference in Kelly and Beyonce is Beyonce was pegged to be the superstar and Kelly wasn't. It's just that simple. She became a superstar in her own right, but she was never going to be what Beyonce is because that just wasn't what was in the cards for her. And of course, Matthew put everything behind Beyonce and pretty much pushed her forward. And while I don't have no issues with Beyonce, the woman does her thing. I do believe that Kelly Rowland is a better singer than Beyonce is. Y'all can have it out in the comments with your mamas. I don't care. I'm just saying. I never saw Michelle being the girl, but I would have done gospel, which she ended up doing. No, she does have this old gospel song I loved. I need to find it again. No, they never harmonized in the booth. And that's what I'm saying. The songs are layered. So when you hear it, you're listening to it. Rarely do you ever actually hear Michelle in there. Can she harmonize with them? Yes. You can hear the harmony when they lay the vocals down. But they're not doing it together. They do it on purpose so that you can always hear Beyonce over everybody. Always over everybody. Kelly has more power, but they won't say it. Independent woman, yes. Nasty Girl is my shit. That's a problem if they couldn't blend together in the booth. Y'all, please go watch Beyonce's Most Virgo Moments. I think that they could sing together, and they have. They have sung live, and actually, that I remember that they told me that they used to close the concert shows with the gospel melody all the time, and they would do that a cappella with no music behind them. So it is possible for them to sing together. It's just, I think that Matthew Knowles made sure that their vocals, when they were later, Beyonce's vocals was always at the top and the other girls were blended into the background. He did that on purpose. That was done by design. You can't convince me that he didn't, because I can tell you right now, you can go on Apple Music and pull up their older albums, including Destiny's Child with the Destiny Fulfilled, and really listen to the music. Don't just sit there and hum mindlessly. Really focus and pay attention, because you will hear Beyonce over everybody. Telling you. He talking about Farrah. She said she was because she can't sing. Don't try LaToya. She could have been up there if she was consistent, but she went to sing, writing. Like, LaToya was doing everything. LaToya was kind of like what Carrie Hilson was. Carrie Hilson wrote music and did had her artist music, and The Dream does it too, but The Dream writes so many songs for so many people, and usually he is like Beyonce's go-to. Like, The Dream writes for Beyonce a lot. A lot of Beyonce's hits outside of Neo, The Dream wrote. Farrah was like, I'm asking because I didn't know, not because I was throwing shade. I was kind of busy learning the alphabet at the time. Yes, LaToya Luckett was a very good, prominent singer. Had she had stayed on the grind of music, I think her and Kelly probably would be neck and neck right now in terms of music. But she wrote for other artists, and then she started turning into acting. And she's a phenomenal actress. She did extremely well in Greenleaf, and I think she can go even further than that if she wants to. Really getting along with girls and think I get in the hang of everything, and everything is just great. And Beyonce was like, I have to agree. Kelly has more power than Beyonce. Kelly is deaf better. If Matthew had pushed Kelly like Beyonce, she'd be up there. I 100% agree. I feel like that's the only reason, because Kelly was favored in her solo shit. No, it wasn't the fact they couldn't blend together, because they could, but Matthew managed Destiny's Child, and I mean, from the booth to the stage, yeah, he managed everything. And he made sure that Beyonce was at the forefront of everything. Definitely made sure she was at the forefront of everything. It's all Beyonce with a dash of Kelly and a sprinkle of Kelly. A sprinkle of LaToya. It really is. It really is. Beyonce gonna run to 3 people: Dream, Pharrell, and Jay. She also has Neo write for her, because Neo wrote oh my god. Didn't Neo write Irreplaceable? Yeah, he wrote Irreplaceable. He wrote a couple other songs for her too, but I can't remember what else he wrote for her. I don't remember. But if I were Kelly, I know Matthew is like a dad, but given his track record, you know where his focus was exactly. Like, he didn't even give Solange no time of day, and she's hella talented. Let me tell y'all something. Solange gives very much old school style. She did her shit her own way. She did not rely on her sister's fame to build herself up. And I fucks with Solange on a high level, because that woman definitely could have rested on her laurels or like been her sister's lackey, but she chose to do her own thing and be her own woman and shine no matter what. And she was able to get her own fucking Grammy, do some iconic music, be in movies, and she really did extremely well for herself. I honestly loved her album that she came out with that had like Don't Touch My Hair on it, but I like the first album she came out with. I love that song Tony. That song Tony by Solange is one of my favorite songs. I used to blast that shit over and over and over again. That was one of my favorite songs by her, and I just loved it. A Seat at the Table was a very, very good album. Like, I love Crazy in the Sky, and I know that was one of her lead out singles, but I love the melody of that song and just the music itself. I fucking love that song. I like the song Mad. I like Riri, and I love Don't Touch My Hair. I like Where Do We Go, and I had to pull it up so I can remember the song because this album is fairly large for the kind of music Solange was making. Is kind of reminiscent of like that neo soul style song. So I like the songs on here, and I like that song Junie. I like that song. That song is cute. Hold on, let me go back up to the comments. I'm the only one talking. And JT, I think JT collaborated on Rocket. Which his verse on that song is bomb. I need to find that. Solange give a safe but with a softer voice and a bit more hood. I like Solange. I think her music is a little bit closer to what I really like. But it's very old school, and then her visuals are very eclectic, and I like it because it's different. I'm still mad she wasn't a Cheetah Girl as planned. I fucking hate the Cheetah Girls. I cannot stand the Cheetah Girls, and I love Raven-Symoné, but I fucking hate the Cheetah Girls. I hate them. I would have been in love by now if it wasn't for Tony. I love that song so much. I remember when I first seen the video to that, I'm like, what song is this? And then I'm like, this is Solange Knowles. Are you fucking kidding me? Bitch. I'm with it. Whatever she put out, I'm listening to. I like her song Stay Low with Wayne. Her wedding pictures were iconic. Everybody was recreating her wedding pictures. I loved her pantsuit that she wore. I wanted that pantsuit so bad. I loved those wedding pictures. I was like, bitch, no you did not. Just come out here and show us all up like this. Trash. I'm upset with you. She would have outshined all of them put together. Listen. I didn't mean to do that. YouTube is being real finicky by flagging the videos now because certain stuff is playing in the background. WWE's copyrighting it. Or whatever. Child. But anyways, let me see what else we can talk about. I can give y'all 30 more minutes and then I got to go to sleep. I don't think so. You don't think so? I'm losing steam. Girl, as am I. So I'm only going to be on here for a little bit longer and then I'm going to be out. Because I think Kenny, she done chimed out. She one of the main ones wanted me to stay online with her punk ass. Just going to sleep. Hold on, y'all. Other than that, it's just been weird shit happening over the last couple of years. The last couple of weeks. Solange would have been the girl from Texas. The part was literally wrote for her. Oh, you're talking about her being a part of the Cheetah Girls. I think Solange understood how to play parts, so I don't think she would have outshined them. Raven was still the star of all of those movies. I didn't watch all of them, but I remember watching the first one, and I just didn't like it. I didn't care for it because I generally did not like Adrian. I didn't care for Kelsey either. I just didn't like them. So I was just like, I don't give a fuck about this. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. And I felt bad for Raven because I'm like, damn, Raven like carrying this whole fucking group right now. These hoes out here. Kenny probably played the video game and fell asleep. More than likely, Kenny went to sleep because she had to work. What's her name? Kelly? Is that her name? Keely. It's Keely. Child. I don't feel bad about fucking up your name. I don't like you. I do not feel bad about fucking up your name because I don't like you. Period. I don't like her. It's Keely. I don't feel bad about fucking up her name because I don't like her. So I generally don't feel bad. Like, she was such a bitch, and she still is. And you just be trying to figure out, like, why are you like this? Like, girl. Raven said she almost fought her in Spain, but Miss Doretha, if that's her name, Evil Angela Bassett. Miss Dorothea. Why she gotta be Evil Angela Bassett though? Like, the proof shows everybody is more successful than you. She's in so many movies and also has rocking biceps. I just didn't like Keely. Like, I know she was on that bullshit. Victory. Victory for Zim. Don said Notori was like, I made amends with Adrian, but Keely still trying to play early 2000s games. She claims she a mother now and she's not with the shit. She's like, I'm a mom and I just want to slap her so much. Like, bitch, ain't nobody asked you all that. You trying to play with me. Stop motherfucking playing with me. Because I know you trying me, yo. I know you trying me. Like, Notori is just living her best life. Ain't stunning this bitch. And I don't fucking blame her. But that hoe would be, I'd be blowing her ass to smithereens right fucking now. Because she is trash. She always has been trash. And she always will be. And then Raven tried and she was being weird on IG Live. Those moms are the messiest. That's where Raven laugh meme came from. Oh! Okay. Because I had no idea where that came from. And I never saw Keely on the live with her. So I just was like, okay, she must have read something from that somebody said in the comments and was laughing at it. I never knew it was from that. That's crazy though. But she always been like that. I'm like, yo, little lisping ass ain't shit. You could barely sing, bitch. What you talking about? What I really didn't like was when Notori was playing Lil Kim and she got mad because Notori was dark skinned. She was like, I'm not dark like that. They should have cast me better than that. And I was just like, girl, it's not like, no, Kim was never as dark as Notori, but as far as I'm concerned, if the girl can portray you right, what difference do it make? She wanted to cast somebody that was light like fucking Cassie. I said, bitch, you're not that light skinned. It don't matter how much surgery you have, you're not that colored. Like, why are you trying to pretend like you are? I'm so fucking confused by that. I was so lost. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, what is your problem? And you made it seem like that girl was trying to disrespect you. I'm like, she disrespected you by taking the job, the task of portraying you in the best light possible in a movie, and you sitting up here dogging her the fuck out like this. Like, that shit was ass. I was like, oh, I would beat your ass. I thought she did a good job. I think she mad because her insecurities got caught on camera. Girl, but it didn't have nothing to do with her skin color. And that's what really upset me, was that she made it seem like her being dark skinned was the biggest problem of the movie. And I'm just like, girl, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Like, you make my ass itch. Shouldn't have did that shit. That shit was dirty as fuck. I was upset. Like, you petty bitty. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get on out of here because I'm sleepy. I will talk to y'all tomorrow after NXT. We gonna see what they gonna do with NXT now that Mandela's gone, and they finally got a new champ in the girls. See what they gonna do with Roxanne. Let's see what they do with Roxanne. Okay, y'all. Make sure y'all follow the page, follow the podcast, my own personal podcast. Don said he would be a part of that podcast, so you can be on there, listen to us rant and rave about regular shit. Y'all can also make sure y'all continue to follow Down for the Count. We're continuing to grow, which I greatly appreciate. We're favorites of some of y'all's for the year, which that is fucking crazy. We're all over the world. People listen to us in various countries that I never thought would have listened to our podcast, so that is fucking cool. But with all that being said, I've got 2 podcasts going that I'm starting and moving. New stuff is coming down the pike for my pages and of course for here. And I'm just gonna keep moving and shaking, and next year I'm gonna try to keep myself busy as often as possible. So I see y'all tomorrow, and of course I'll report to y'all Friday. Next Monday I might skip, depending on how the show goes. With Monday I might skip Monday, but next Friday definitely gonna be on here next Friday to give you guys a full blow by blow of what's gonna happen between Roman, John, KO, and of course Sami Zayn. With all that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.